Hello and welcome back to art class. We are going to be starting our new project, which is Pattern Corn. You're going to need a few things. You're going to need some crayons and you're going to need this sheet of paper. Your parents may have already made one for you or they printed one out, but you will need this gridded piece of paper so we can do our pattern. Our focus today is on patterns, and it will also be on making sure that we're coloring inside of the lines with these slightly smaller shapes. So let's get started. So what I'm going to have us do is we're actually going to fold this in half this way. Try to line up the edges as best you can. Now have your student help out with this a little bit. They need practice folding. Okay. You're going to open up, and there is one more item. I was just realizing that we do want a pair of scissors. And the reason why is we're going to cut on this. Right on the fold. Now this part you may want to have mom and dad do. It makes it a little bit straighter cut. Okay, then you're going to take the two pieces, and I want to use this piece. This other one we're going to put off to the side. This piece we want to hold on to because it might come in handy later, and I'll explain why it might come in handy. Okay. Now, we're going to turn our paper this way because it's a little bit easier, and we are going to be working on pattern. That is our major focus for this assignment. The second minor focus is making sure that we are taking the time and coloring inside the lines. Now these are again a bit smaller spaces than other things that we have been coloring, so it does take a little bit more time. That's why we're only going to focus on part of this today, and we'll do the rest next week because it will take some time to get through the coloring. And I'm going to show you two ways to do this. Right, so I need to come up with two colors for this first part. So we're going to do what's called an A-B pattern. And you may be going over that right now in your class. So I think I'm going to take green and, I'm going to do this blue right here. I think that looks good. So I'm going to do a green and the blue. And an A-B pattern is very, very simple. It's just two things. So it would be like A and B, or two colors, green and blue. So if I was doing it, it would be like A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B. And it just repeats over and over again because that's what a pattern is, something that repeats over and over again. For us, we're going to be doing, for me, I'm going to use green and blue. You're going to choose your own colors. So green, blue, green, blue, green, blue, green, blue, green, blue, green. I'm not worried about any other level at this time because there's something that's going to happen to these other levels. Okay. So when I start, what I would like is to start off with my green, like I said earlier, and I'm going to outline. Okay. That way my edges look nice and neat. Take my time. Okay. Then I'm going to carefully fill it in. Try not to leave any white spaces. Okay, so we did my green, so my next one should be blue. Again, I'm going to outline first. It makes my edges look really nice. And then I'm going to fill in. Now, if we're doing a pattern, which we are, green, blue, green. So it should be green again. There's my outline. I'm carefully filling in. So again, green, blue, green, blue. I'm going to do is I'm going to continue my pattern going all the way across this first row. Please don't worry about these other rows just yet. Just worry about this first row. Okay, my first row is done. Okay. You can see my pattern, green, blue, green, blue, green, blue, green, blue, green, blue, green. All right, so next, we're gonna keep these same colors for the next row, but now we're going to flip them. So I want my blue first and then my green. It will end up looking what we call a checkerboard pattern, where the colors are constantly flipping back and forth between the two that we're working with. And I'm gonna outline first and then fill in. Okay, so if this is blue, then that means this one will be green. And then we're gonna continue on. So I'm gonna kind of speed this up on the video so that you can see me do this pretty quick. Okay? I'm gonna finish this row, then I'm gonna start the next row. And the next row, what you'll see is me switching the colors back. We are not changing colors throughout this thing. We're always keeping the same colors for this part of the project. This does take a while. Okay, so this is where we're gonna leave this particular one. This is your checkerboard pattern. It's an A-B pattern, so it's A, B, A, B, A, B, so that it matches up with what kindergarten goes over. Now, what I wanna do is show you the slightly more advanced version. And it's not too much harder, but it is a little bit more to manage as a kindergartner. So what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna turn my paper around here. I always like to start with the bigger pieces here. And I'm gonna pick 3 colors this time. All right, these colors should be easy to see. Okay, so this pattern is very similar, except it's an A, B, C pattern. So it would go A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B. Now, unfortunately, no, it's not going to fit all the way across 4 times equally, but that is okay. We'll kind of explain how that works in a second. So I'm gonna start off, and it works pretty much the same way. What you're gonna do is you start off with your outline. Then you go to your next color. This will be my B. And I go to my third color. And what we're gonna do is these are gonna be turned into what I call pattern corn. Now, this is A, B, C, so my next color should be black. But having 3 colors can be confusing at this point for some students. So if it is, then just go ahead and do a checkerboard pattern instead. So I did black, my next color is then the purple, or the violet, depending on what you want to call it. Then this red-orange color. Then the pattern starts all over again, so I'm back to black. Okay, so now this first row, most people get pretty good. Is this next row. The colors, what we're gonna do is we're gonna rotate, we're gonna slant. So the next color, well, here's an easy way to do it. If this is black, then this next one would be purple going down. This will help set up the next row. So we'll do purple here. Then it would be orange going down next. And then black again. And back to purple. Okay, now the question becomes, well, how do we do these other areas? Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go make the colors go diagonally, and the pattern will work out diagonally. So next would logically be, in the order of our thing, was we were doing black, purple, orange. Well, what comes after purple? The orange does. And then what comes after the orange? Black. So you can use the other parts of the pattern to help figure it out too. Now I'm back to this row. Well, what comes after this orange color? Black. What comes after black? Purple. Okay, and I'm back to black being the first one. What comes after black? Purple. All right, and now you can see that I have a 3-color pattern, and if you notice, it did end up going diagonal. I understand that it would be faster for me to color all the diagonals first, but as being a kindergartner, we are practicing our patterns, so it's important that we do each row and get our practice with doing the pattern and just making sure that we get things in the correct rows. If you want to do more than one of these, that's more than fine. You could do, maybe you want to do one of each just to see which one you like better. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.